You think picking between the 2025 Honda Pilot and the 2025 Honda CR-V is an easy choice, right? One is big, one is small. But what if I told you that making the wrong decision here could be a $10,000 mistake? A mistake that leaves you with a car that just doesn't fit your life, and you'll be stuck with it for years. Today, we're going deep. This isn't just about how many seats they have. This is the ultimate breakdown of the 2025 Pilot versus the 2025 CR-V. We're going to look at everything, from the way they feel on the road to the tiny details inside that you'll either love or hate every single day. By the end of this, you will know, without a doubt, which one of these SUVs belongs in your driveway. All right, let's start with the most obvious thing you see when these two are parked next to each other, the size. This is more than just looks. It affects everything from parking to how much stuff you can haul. The 2025 Honda Pilot is a proper mid-size 3-row SUV. It looks tough, boxy, and has a real presence on the road. It got a big redesign recently, and it shows. The front has this big, upright grille that makes it look like a truck, and the body is full of straight, confident lines. It's designed to look rugged, like it's ready for a family adventure. Let's talk numbers. The Pilot is about 199.9 inches long. That's over 16.5 feet. Its width is around 78.5 inches. This size is great for space inside, but it's something you feel in a tight parking garage or trying to squeeze into a spot at the supermarket. You need to be aware of its size. Now let's look at the 2025 Honda CR-V. It's a compact SUV, and it looks much sleeker and more athletic than the Pilot. It also got a recent redesign, and it has a more modern, almost car-like appearance. The grille is a bit smaller and the headlights are slimmer. The lines on the body are softer. It looks stylish and efficient, perfect for driving around the city. The numbers back this up. The CR-V is about 184.8 inches long. That's a full 15 inches shorter than the Pilot. That is a massive difference. It's also narrower at about 73.5 inches wide. That 5-inch difference in width doesn't sound like much, but trust me, when you're in a narrow lane or a cramped parking spot, you will thank every single one of those inches. So the choice here is about presence versus practicality. The Pilot looks big and capable, and it is. The CR-V looks smart and nimble, and it is. If you have a big garage and live in an area with wide open spaces, the Pilot's size is no problem. If you live in a city or a crowded suburb, the smaller footprint of the CR-V is a huge advantage for daily driving. This is where the decision gets really serious, because this is where you live. Let's open the doors. First, the 2025 Pilot. You climb in, and the immediate feeling is one of space. It's wide, it's airy, and the dashboard is designed to feel open. The materials on the higher trims, like the Touring and Elite, feel really good. Soft plastics, nice stitching, and comfortable leather seats. But the Pilot's real superpower is its 3 rows of seats. It can seat up to 8 people. The second row is super flexible. You can get a bench seat for 3 people, or on some trims you can get captain's chairs. There's even a cool feature where the middle seat of the bench can be removed and stored under the floor in the back. This gives you a walk-through path to the 3rd row, which is amazing for families with kids. Now that 3rd row, let's be honest. In many SUVs, the 3rd row is just for emergencies or for very small children. In the Pilot, it's actually usable. I wouldn't want to sit an adult back there for a 5-hour road trip, but for an hour-long drive to a restaurant or a soccer game, it's totally fine. Legroom is decent for the class. Cargo space is the other huge win for the Pilot. With all 3 rows of seats up, you get about 18.6 cubic feet of space. That's enough for a load of groceries or a few school backpacks. Fold that 3rd row down, which is what most people will do most of the time, and the space explodes to 48.5 cubic feet. Now you can fit luggage for a family vacation, sports equipment, you name it. Fold the 2nd row down too, and you have a cavernous 87 cubic feet. You could haul small furniture in this thing. Okay, let's switch to the 2025 CR-V. You get in, and it doesn't feel small. For a compact SUV, Honda has done some black magic with the interior space. The design is clean and modern, with that cool honeycomb mesh that runs across the dash. It feels high-tech and well-built. The front seats are comfortable and there's plenty of room. But the back seat is the real surprise. The rear legroom in the CR-V is massive for its class. It's over 41 inches. You can have a tall driver and a tall passenger in the back, and nobody will be complaining about their knees hitting the seat. This is a huge deal if you plan to carry adults or teenagers regularly. It only seats 5 people, of course, because there's no third row. Now for cargo. Behind the second row, the CR-V gives you an incredible 39.3 cubic feet of space. Think about that for a second. That's not far off from what the Pilot has with its third row folded down. It's a huge trunk. You can easily fit a big stroller, a week's worth of luggage, anything a small family needs. If you fold the back seats down, that space opens up to 76.5 cubic feet. That is enormous for this class of vehicle. So, what's the bottom line inside? The Pilot is a true family hauler. If you have more than 3 kids or you regularly carpool and need to carry more than 7 or 8 people, the decision is made for you. The Pilot is the only choice. But if you have a family of 4 or less, the CR-V is surprisingly capable. It has so much space that you might find you don't need the Pilot's extra bulk and cost. How these two SUVs actually drive is completely different. It all comes down to what's under the hood. The 2025 Honda Pilot comes with only one engine option, and it's a good one. It's a 3.5-liter V6 engine. It produces a very healthy 285 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque. This engine is connected to a smooth 10-speed automatic transmission. What this means in the real world is that the Pilot feels strong. When you need to merge onto a busy highway, it gets up and goes without any drama. It's smooth and quiet. The V6 engine gives it a confident, relaxed feeling. It's also important for towing. The Pilot can tow up to 5,000 pounds when it's equipped with all-wheel drive. That's enough for a small camper or a decent-sized boat. This is a real utility vehicle. The 2025 Honda CR-V gives you two very different choices. The standard engine on the lower trims is a 1.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. This makes 190 horsepower and 179 pound-feet of torque. This is connected to a CVT, which is a continuously variable transmission. This setup is perfectly fine for daily driving. It gets you around town, it's smooth, but it's not going to feel powerful. When you really push it, the engine can get a little bit noisy. It's built for efficiency, not for speed. The second and much more popular option is the hybrid. This is available on the Sport, Sport L, and Sport Touring trims. It combines a 2.0-liter 4-cylinder with 2 electric motors. Together, they make 204 horsepower and, more importantly, 247 pound-feet of torque. That torque number is key. Because it comes from electric motors, you feel it instantly when you press the gas pedal. The CR-V Hybrid actually feels quicker from a stoplight than the gas-only version. It's zippy and responsive, which makes it really fun to drive in the city. When it comes to towing, the CR-V is much more limited. The gas model can tow up to 1,500 pounds, while the hybrid is rated for 1,000 pounds. That's enough for a tiny utility trailer, but that's about it. So your choice here is between the smooth, powerful V6 in the Pilot, that's great for towing and hauling heavy loads, versus the efficient options in the CR-V. The CR-V Hybrid in particular offers a really pleasant and quick driving experience for everyday use.
This category is a huge deal because it affects your wallet every single week. The difference here is massive. The 2025 Honda Pilot with its big V6 engine and heavy body is thirsty. For a front-wheel drive model, you're looking at around 19 miles per gallon in the city, 27 on the highway for a combined total of about 22 mpg. If you get the all-wheel drive version, which most people do, those numbers drop a little to about 19 city, 25 highway for a combined 21 mpg. The rugged Trail Sport model is even lower. These numbers are okay for a big 3-row SUV, but they are not great. Now, the 2025 Honda CR-V, this is where it shines. The standard gas engine with front-wheel drive gets an excellent 28 mpg in the city, 34 on the highway, for a combined 30 mpg. Even the all-wheel drive version is great at a combined 29 mpg. That's a huge jump from the Pilot. But the CR-V Hybrid is the real star. The front-wheel drive hybrid model gets an incredible 43 mpg in the city, 36 on the highway, for a combined 40 mpg. The all-wheel drive hybrid, which is what most people buy, is just as amazing at a combined 37 mpg. Let's put that in real-world terms. Let's say you drive 12,000 miles a year and gas costs $3.50 per gallon. With the all-wheel drive Pilot at 21 mpg, you'd spend about $2,000 a year on gas. With the all-wheel drive CR-V Hybrid at 37 mpg, you'd spend about $1,135. That's a saving of over $850 every single year. Over 5 years of owning the car, you would save over $4,200 just on gas by choosing the CR-V Hybrid. That is a massive difference that you cannot ignore. Money is always a factor. Let's talk about how much these SUVs cost. Keep in mind, these are estimates for the 2025 models based on current pricing, but they should be very close. The 2025 Honda CR-V is the more affordable option. The base model, the LX, will likely start at around $30,000. It comes pretty well equipped with the Honda Sensing Safety Suite, a 7-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. As you move up, an EXL trim might be around $35,000 and adds things like leather seats and a bigger 9-inch touchscreen. The top-of-the-line Sport Touring Hybrid with all-wheel drive, a Bose sound system, and all the bells and whistles will be priced around $41,000. So the whole CR-V range goes from about $30,000 to $41,000. The 2025 Honda Pilot plays in a different league. Since it's a bigger vehicle with a V6 engine, its starting price is much higher. The base Sport trim will probably start around $38,000. Right away, the most basic Pilot costs almost as much as a loaded CR-V. From there, the prices climbed quickly. A mid-level EXL trim with leather will be in the low $40,000s. The more rugged Trail Sport model will be around $49,000. And the top-end Elite model, with its panoramic sunroof, ventilated front seats, and head-up display, will push well past $53,000. So you're looking at a $10,000 to $15,000 difference between similarly equipped models. The Pilot not only costs more to buy, but as we saw, it costs a lot more to fuel. The total cost of owning a Pilot is significantly higher than a CR-V. You really have to need that extra space and towing capacity to justify the extra cost. All right, we've gone through everything: the size, the interior, the power, the fuel cost, and the price. Now it's time to make the decision simple. You should buy the 2025 Honda Pilot if you have 3 or more children. You are part of a carpool and regularly need to carry more than 5 people. You own a boat, a jet ski trailer, or a small camper and need to tow up to 5,000 pounds. You frequently need to haul large, bulky items and need the absolute maximum cargo space possible. You can comfortably afford the higher purchase price and the significantly higher annual fuel costs. You should buy the 2025 Honda CR-V if you are single, a couple, or have a family of 4 or less. You primarily drive in the city or suburbs and value easy parking and maneuverability. You want excellent fuel economy and want to save a significant amount of money on gas every year. The hybrid is especially amazing for this. You don't need to tow anything heavy. You want a comfortable, practical, and tech-filled SUV for a much more affordable price. For probably 80% of people out there, the CR-V is the smarter choice. It does almost everything a family needs with incredible efficiency and for a lot less money. But for that other 20% who genuinely need the space, the seats, and the towing, the Pilot is an absolutely fantastic family machine that is built to handle it all. If this helped you decide which Honda is right for you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.